I would fly with the target behind me. I think the target was probably 75 feet behind me. And the target was probably, I, I think it was probably 6 feet wide and probably, I would say 75 feet long, or maybe 60 feet long. And it was painted. It was a mesh target, but it was painted so guys could see it. And they would shoot at the target with camera guns. Then they could take the film back and develop it to see how close they came. And what we would do, we'd go up to a certain height, and they would know the height where we were. And I'd pick out a road, and I'd just fly along the road, trying to keep straight and level, and not go up or down at all. And then I'd make a certain kind of a turn at the end and come back. And I just go back and forth for 3 or 4 hours at a time. And the guys would come up and shoot at me for an hour, then they'd go down and another group would come up for another hour. That was the way it worked.
Now, were they firing or practicing from the ground or from?
Oh no, from their plane.
Okay.
They were using camera guns, and they were shooting at me from their plane.
Okay.
No, it was nothing to the ground.
Okay. And then you weren't ordered to use any sort of evasive maneuvering?
No. We were flying straight and level. And we picked, I think we'd start out in the morning about 3,000 feet, and then the weather would come in almost every day. Clouds would come in. We'd be up another 1,000 feet for the second group, and maybe another 1,000 feet for a later group. And we would usually have 3 groups of planes shooting at us at different times, hour after hour. So we'd be up there for probably 4 hours, and golly, how can I explain this? We'd fly for an hour, and then the boys would leave, and we'd change our position and go up another 1,000 feet because of weather, and another group would come up, and it would take them probably 15 or 20 minutes for one group to get down, another group to come up. So we'd end up by flying 4 hours at a time.
And then you had mentioned that when you flew over the water that they used live ammunition.
That's right. And it was still the same thing. Yeah. I don't think we flew for 4 hours. I can't remember. I think it was a shorter period of time.
And being that they used live ammunition, were there any close calls at that point in time?
No. Not that I'm aware of. No, the target was back far enough. It didn't bother us.
So you felt relatively safe?
Oh, yeah. They didn't shoot at the planes, they just shot at the target. But they put holes through the target.
And then you said that you had an assistant that worked with you in the back that would retrieve the target.
An enlisted man, yeah. And he had to, I don't know, there must have been a hole in the bottom of the plane. I don't really know. I never asked. And he dropped the target would be all rolled up like a big cone, and he dropped the target down through a hole in the plane, I think. I'm not sure, I just don't know. But anyway, he dropped the target, and it was on a long wire, and I think it was probably 75 feet. We'd drag it out behind us, and I could feel when he did it. All of a sudden the plane would not lurch, but I could feel the target open up. And then we just pulled that along behind us. And at the end of the session, we'd drop it over the field, and there again, he would drop it.